we wait a bit, right? 2 minutes, and then we can start, because one of the ideas is to be as well punctual. You know the rules, right? This is it's called Port Talk, and consists of a short lecture. You just have to communicate an idea in the time to finish your drink. It is very deep. Otherwise, it will be a super long lecture. Sophia, hello. Tell us something.
Hello.
Tell us something. Are you in class? Okay. Very well. Well then, we should start, okay?
Javier,
Yes.
Javier, just one question. Is it true that will be 100 students on the next workshop?
Well,
We will be 100 students in the next workshop.
What is,
Hooray!
what is the problem? No, but it's like now this lecture. You don't mind if we are 3 that we are 1,000. It's the same. So in this, well, we want to start at,
Okay.
since you know these lectures are recorded, so if somebody comes late, if they come late, they will miss that because they are very short lectures. But well, welcome everybody to the Port Talk series of UOU. As you know, this is a series of lectures that consists of transmitting one idea on architecture in just 15 minutes, the time to have your drink. This is a very special selection. We have started this semester with projects that they have to do with the pandemic, the architecture, the new architecture that we are producing. And it's an architecture that hasn't got any reference. It's totally new. So we are asking former students to share with us their discovery. As you know, we are in an Italian context. Indeed, we are in Naples, right in the center of Naples. We think that architecture is about life, and therefore the new class of the post-pandemic goes beyond the 4 walls of our classrooms, is, as we like saying, our landscape of life. Welcome everybody, and I would like Andrea, former teacher of UOU, to explain the project and to introduce the selected student.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody, and it's a delight to be with you again. For some of you who have not met me until now, I'm Andrea Calma from Bucharest, from Ionicu Architecture and Urban Planning University. And due to the invitation of Xavier and Joachim in the summer of 2020, I took part of this amazing team. And the idea of my proposal workshop, number 6 from last year, academic year, began with my thoughts from the pandemic period, where the nature has developed normally without our influence, of course, and we, the human beings, have admired it from in the front of the windows. And also for me, it's a real joy when I look at the window and also see for some minutes the the neighbors' activities when they go to the shopping, or the children to take a break from this strict isolation. So it's very interesting to enjoy 5 minutes in a day, look at the window. So briefly, I want to say that the team was conceived special. The team of the workshop was conceived special for this for this uh, for this team, for this University of Universities. And first of all, I want to connect students and professors for the attended universities. And second of all, I want to find solution to create a more friendly city in a context like the strict isolation. But I want to emphasize it's very important this connection between students and professors due to the internet and this opportunity to have uh, to work on Zoom with all the students. And how did I try to make that happen? I recommend conceiving a city composed of the triangle buildings, and every student to choose one and elaborate a proposal communicating with other 3 neighbors. And probably the aims of the workshop came therefore adaptation of the students' proposal to suit the needs of the context shaped by their neighbors, and the heart of the building, the enclosed garden or the courtyard, to be a great space in which everybody desire to spend some quality time. So I want to emphasize again that this project, this workshop, is not about the design, the ground floor of this triangle building, but I did not pay attention how the students designed the interior space, but I chase up the urbanistic coherence and good communication in the interior of the small team, because I hope and surely I think the architecture speaks about the collaboration and try the students understand the power of the team. And probably the pandemic period give us another lesson about the communication and also the power of the team. In the final, I'm very thankful and happy that the team had a great impact for the first semester of University of Universities. But I'm sure that the words of explanation and requirements should be much improved, of course. So to sum up, I chose 2 different proposals to show the diversity of solution can be exist at the same time of the team. On the one hand, Rafa's proposal shows us the combination of the public and semi-public spaces and the shortcut passages to connect the garden with the streets. I want to to say here about these corridors, which were placed taking into account the facade and the spaces created by his colleagues, his neighbors from the plan. But here for the Rafa proposal, the main object which makes the project unique is the staircase, and it changed very side of the building from the position of it. The courtyard becomes a scenographic one, and I imagine how I enjoy the neighbors' movement in this space. And on the other hand, Maria's proposal illustrates how nature could be appreciated, and the spaces of the ground floor could be more free flowing. With these words, I give opportunity these two students to present us their proposals. So I might add many more words about the team, but I hope I have already mentioned the essential things. And sorry for my shy and blah blah words. My shyness, yes. No, shy. I'm shy.
Thank you. I'm Maria, and I am a student in Alicante. I'm going to share screen to see. Okay, to see the project. Well, first of all, I wanted to say that this project, Rafa and I are represented the student, because in the end, this was a project which was made by all of us. We're just representing all of you. And because this project was about forgetting about individuality, which sometimes we focus a lot on it. And we had to work on the city in the space where we usually don't focus, which is the exterior of the building and the empty space, which is between one building and the other. So it was really interesting for me to work on that. It was like the plots which were farther from you in the end affected you, because we had to talk to our neighbors, but our neighbors had talked to their neighbors, and all of this was a chain in which in the end the farther building had told you something and you've learned something in a way from them. Well, here you can see the connections of the building and the facade that I tried to work with transparency, because I wanted the activities to be not only on the outside but in the inside, but even though they were in the inside, they could watch it from the other buildings. Not even just Enrique, Julia, and Daniel, which were the ones I talked to, but also, for example, Rafa and Simon. And well, in my building, the main protagonist of the main character was the tree, which was the Indian rubber tree. As my plot was the central one in the city, I wanted to make a building which could be seen from far away. So the tree goes farther, is the highest part of the city. So you can orientate in this city where even though the plots are the same shape in the plan, they can see it to this tree and orientate. And I also created some holes in the roof of the building, because that way I could project to the future and let the branches of the tree grow. Here you can see the ground floor and the first floor. In the ground floor, here there are some streets that connect to Daniel, to Enrique and Julia. And in the central part, there's a stage, because as it was the central building, I wanted to be a public space where there was a theater, a museum, which is in this part and can be seen from the outside, but also from the inside. And these corners were stages which everyone could perform. And depending on if they were in the north, in the south, the east, and the west, they were outside or inside to think about how to get the most of the sun and not worrying about the wind. And the tree was the background of the stage wherever you looked at it. So in the first floor, what I did was just to add a floor on this part, so you could see the stage from that floor, and also keep looking at the branches of the trees as a way of connecting with nature. And this was like a more relaxed part where there was a library and a restaurant. And now, Rafa.
So good afternoon to everyone. My name is Rafa. Some of you already know me. I'm a 5-year student in the University of Alicante. Well, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Javier and Andrea and all the team of University of Universities for inviting us. I'm really happy to be here sharing our project. And well, let's get started. Andrea and Maria has already explained really well what is the workshop about. So I will go directly to my plot, that is this one. Can you see my mouse on my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great. So this was my plot, and as Andrea tell us, I place the entrance of my building according to the entrance of my neighbors. I don't know why in this plan we cannot see this neighbor, but it should be here. And well, this is my proposal. We can find like two main categories of spaces: the public spaces that are created for the whole community, for the whole University of University City, and the semi-public spaces just for the inhabitants of the building. And I try to design spaces with different sizes in different scales. So you can find a tiny coffee shop, a supermarket, and a public library. You can see the public garden from the library, and then as a semi-public building, semi-public spaces, you can find the parking for bikes, the community laundry, and then a community kitchen. And well, the staircase are one of the main elements of the building because they are changing the shape of the interior spaces. And I really wanted to have the exteriors on the outside to have a stronger connection with the public garden and with the nature. For the garden, I thought about like a hidden garden, so you cannot see the garden if you are not inside because of the angles of the corridors, and a really minimal garden, just with one tree that is particularly Ceiba espaciosa. It's a tree that I really like because you can really feel the pass of the seasons through this tree. It's like in winter it has no leaves, and it's like if you touch it you can hurt yourself because it has like a small, yeah, it's kind of dangerous, but in spring it's so beautiful, the flowers. And this is the project that I show at the end of the workshop. But then I was still thinking that the project was unfinished. So before the ending of the course last year, I continued working a little bit, and I would like to show you how because I really wanted to develop the project and go to a closer scale, get closer to the building, a smaller scale, sorry. So I started to think for the ending of the course, when we have to submit like a portfolio of the whole course, I started to think, how can I develop this project? So I select some of the elements of this project and another one that I'm not going to explain now. And yeah, last year I was really into product design. So I really enjoy getting closer and designing the one-to-one elements of the building, like the staircase that I show you, the table that it was in the common kitchen, and also the furniture, some lamps, and some small elements. I have just bring some of them, but I did more. And yeah, I'm telling you this because I really think it's really important to have the possibility and the opportunity to bring together the project requirements and your personal interest in any project. So I think this was my biggest discovery last year in architectural design and in design studio. And I think just to sum up that designing or just learning is kind of assembling a puzzle. So you have to look into your references and your people inspire you, your desire, your love, your fears, and in order to make something that really makes you feel happy. So I really enjoy the whole project, and I really enjoy the jump between scales. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. And that's all that I wanted to say. And cheers.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to you for inviting us.
Andrea, thank you, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you so much. It's a great opportunity to be here with all of you.
So, continue with the tradition. There are no questions. We continue drinking. And just to remind that next Thursday at the same time, Harris will show us a fantastic project.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay.
And I hope to will be here. So my baby is hungry, and allow me to feed her.
Fantastic. Congratulations, all of you, and especially to you, Andrea. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and congratulations for all of the students who participate to attended this workshop. And again, I say I feel a joy when somebody say it's a great workshop. This workshop number 6, so with the triangle buildings and post-pandemic community. So I'm very proud of the workshop and of you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much, and have a great night, a great evening with drinks. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Andrea.
Thank you.